Welcome to this Yoga Nidra practice on containing anger. So as usual, find a comfortable space where you can lay down. If you're worried about falling asleep, feel free to support yourself on an incline. If you need to, pause this recording so you can gather pillows, blankets, stuffed animals, whatever helps bring you a sense of comfort and ease. Maybe even taking a moment to see if there's one last thing to tend to before you lay down completely for this practice. So if you need to get up and close the door or turn off the light, feel free to do that now so it's not in the mind space. Make yourself as comfortable as possible. And once you're ready to snuggle into the blankets or the surface that supports you, just let your body feel supported. Noticing the connection between the back of the head, the shoulders, the hips, the back of the legs, and the heels. Feeling into the downward draw of gravity. As always, everything that is offered in this Yoga Nidra practice is an invitation. You are welcome to follow that invitation or to go in a direction that's more interesting or more comfortable to you. If my words do not make sense, feel free to replace them with your own words. You are in control of the practice. Know that you cannot do it wrong. We will begin this Yoga Nidra practice by repeating today's affirmation. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. Then allowing yourself to imagine a space in memory or imagination where you felt completely safe, supported, nourished, and loved. Allow this inner sanctuary to become clear to you. What colors are there? What textures are present? Is it an indoor space or an outdoor space? Are there any people that contribute to this sense of security and love? Perhaps there's a pet or some kind of power animal that you have a particular affinity towards. Just let the totality of this inner sanctuary become clear to you. And know that you are welcome to connect to this space at all times, either throughout the course of this practice or throughout the rest of your days. And if it's available, setting this inner sanctuary aside as we turn our attention towards the sensations of the body. Now, as we rotate our awareness through the body, we're only becoming aware of the sensations that are present. There is no need to create anything. There is no need to make movement. Simply notice what is. If there's a part of the body that you do not wish to connect with, feel free to skip it. and then rejoin the practice as you're ready. We will begin by feeling the sensations in and around the crown of the head, the eyes, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the navel, the pelvic floor, the bottom of the feet. Awareness returns to the crown of the head, the right temple, the right ear, the right eye, the right nostril, the right jaw, right side of the neck, the right shoulder, the upper right arm, the right elbow, the right forearm, the right wrist, back of the right hand, palm of the right hand, the right thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, feeling all the sensations in the right hand simultaneously. Awareness moves to the right wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the right armpit, the right side of the rib cage, the right chest, the right shoulder blade, the right waist, the right hip, the upper right leg, the right knee, lower leg, the right ankle, the right heel, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, all of the right toes. Feel the whole of the right foot as sensation. Feel the right foot and the right leg as sensation. Feel the whole right side of the body as sensation. Awareness returns to the crown of the head, the left temple, the left ear, the left eye, the left nostril, the left jaw, left side of the neck, the left shoulder, upper left arm, the left elbow, the left forearm, the left wrist, back of the left hand, palm of the left hand, the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger. Feeling all the sensations in and around the left hand simultaneously. Awareness moves to the left wrist, the left forearm, the left elbow, upper left arm, the left armpit, left side of the rib cage, the left chest, the left shoulder blade, the left waist, the left hip, the upper left leg, the left knee, lower leg, the left ankle, heel of the left foot, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, all of the left toes, feeling all of the sensations in and around the left foot simultaneously. Feel the left foot and the left leg as sensation. And feel the whole left side of the body as sensation. And allow that awareness to accumulate at the bottom of the left foot once more. The left knee, the left hip, the left hand, the left elbow, the left shoulder, the crown of the head, the right shoulder, the right elbow, the right hand, the right hip, the right knee, the bottom of the right foot, the right knee, the right hip, the right hand, the right elbow, the right shoulder, the crown of the head, the left shoulder, the left elbow, the left hand, the left hip, the left knee, the left foot. Awareness returns to the crown of the head, the shoulder blades, the hips, the back of the legs, the bottom of the feet, the front of the legs, the abdomen, the collarbones, the mouth, the nose, the eyes, the crown of the head. Feel the whole body as sensation. Feeling all the sensations in the body simultaneously. And as you abide here in this awareness of the body, without changing anything, can you become aware of the breath? Noticing the gentle inhale and exhale as you breathe in and out. Noticing the breath. And if you would like to contain the breath a little bit, we'll add a little bit of box breathing in. Inhaling to a count of 4, holding to a count of 4, exhaling to a count of 4, and then holding to a count of 4. We'll do one breath together, and then you all can continue on your own at your own pace. If you have a practice of box breathing with numbers that you are more comfortable with, feel free to choose that. But for now, let go of all of the air on an exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Continuing on your own. Continuing this box breathing. And then as you're ready, setting that box breath aside, taking a moment to rest, just inviting yourself to exist at this moment in time. And as you're ready, imagine yourself breathing into all of the pores of the body, and that breath accumulates at your heart center. And as you exhale, Imagine yourself breathing out of all of the pores of the body. Inhaling the breath accumulating at your heart. Exhale from the heart out all the pores in the body. Inhaling nourishment. Exhaling waste. Go ahead and try this on your own for a few breaths. Inhaling nourishment, exhaling waste. And as you're ready, setting that breath pattern aside, and taking a few moments to feel into your vast and expansive sense of self. You may be fading in and out of consciousness. You may notice a sense of spaciousness or a pervading sense of ease and peace. You may be noticing something else entirely. Allow yourself to be present with whatever arises. And as you rest here, notice any warmth that is around you or in the body. Taking a moment to notice the parts of you that are warm, that are hot. Noticing the parts of you that are comfortably heated. Feeling the body as hot. And then as you're ready, noticing the opposite sensation. Noticing any parts of the body that are cold. Feeling into those cold parts. And let the body experience itself as cold. And then coming back to that hot sensation, noticing that warmth once again. And then returning to cold. Feeling the body as hot. Then feeling the body as cold. Hot. Then cold. Hot. Cold. Going back and forth between hot and cold in your own way. And perhaps as you go back and forth, the two start to blend together, feeling both hot and cold simultaneously. Now the brain likes to choose one over the other, but this is a felt sense. Allow yourself to feel, to expand your awareness, to feel into both hot and cold at the same time. Feeling hot and cold. And as you feel into the two of these simultaneously, you might notice that a natural sense of peace arises in noticing these opposites. Take a moment to feel into that sense of peace, that sense of contentment. That sense of acceptance. Feeling peace. And then if you'd like, noticing the opposite sensation of peace, noticing what anger feels like. And you can just bump into anger, just dip your toe into it, and then come right back to peace. You don't have to stay in anger for too long. Let yourself feel anger, and then come back to peace. Letting yourself feel anger again, and then peace. You might feel one more strongly than the other. That's perfectly natural. In exploring one, we're inviting the opposite to manifest in our lives. Feeling peace, and then feeling anger. Peace, then anger. Going back and forth between peace and anger, in your own time, in your own way. Eventually feeling both peace and anger simultaneously. And again, these are bigger emotions, and the brain really wants us to pick one. So see if you can zoom out a little bit further to feel both peace and anger simultaneously. As these two blend together, there might be a sense of comfort that arises, a sense of belonging, perhaps a sense of home. Allow yourself to feel that sense of home, where you're safe to experience multiple things. Feeling home. And then if you would like, opening yourself up to the opposite sensation of loneliness. Noticing what it's like to feel alone. And you don't have to stay in loneliness long. You can dip your toe in it and then come right back to that felt sense of home, of belonging, of community. Feeling home. And then going back into loneliness. And then back to home. Loneliness. Home. Lonely. Home. Going back and forth between lonely and home in your own time, in your own way. Eventually feeling both simultaneously. Again, allowing the aperture of your awareness to expand, to feel both home and loneliness simultaneously. Taking a moment to abide in these sensations, allowing yourself to rest. And if there's a certain thought that you would like to work through, something that the mind has been chewing on for a little bit, you're welcome to explore that now. An example might be, I can't get things done. Notice what that statement, I can't get things done, feels like in your body. Maybe recalling a time where you missed an assignment, you missed a project, or you just didn't get something done. Notice how that makes you feel. Notice where in the body you feel it. And then once you have that felt sense, let go of the images in the mind, let go of the memory, and rest in the sensation of not getting things done. And then coming into the opposite thought. Sometimes I accomplish my goal. Noticing how that statement resonates in your body. Sometimes I accomplish my goal. Maybe recalling a time that you did something, that you checked something off of the to-do list, that you turned something in, or that you just did something you wanted to do. Notice what that sensation feels like in the body. What does that sense of accomplishment feel like? And once you have that felt sense, let go of the images in the mind, let go of the memory, and rest in that sensation of accomplishing your goal. Feeling accomplished. And then going back to that sensation of, I can't get things done. And then returning to, sometimes I accomplish my goal. Going back and forth between these two thought opposites. Until eventually the two blend together. Not separate, but one. Notice what that feels like. And then as you're ready, setting those thoughts aside, and taking just a moment to rest. And then as you are ready, imagining yourself sitting next to a small campfire. And as this campfire begins to dwindle, it might be useful to put something in it to help it grow, to help it burn. What is angering you that you can use to feed this fire? And so add a couple of logs or a couple of sticks to this fire. Each one of these sticks or logs represents something that makes you angry. What can you burn in this fire? As you add a stick, notice how that fire gets more intense. Notice the fire burn brighter. Taking a few moments to add your anger to the fire. And as you sit here observing this fire, notice what is around you. How can this fire nourish and support what exists in your life? What does your anger contribute to? Does it create safety for you? Does it support your friends or loved ones? What does your anger support? And as you stare into this flame, this burning fire of anger, what are you unable to see because you are blinded by rage? What do you focus too intensely on and miss? Can you step away from this flame? Feel its warmth without getting burned. Is there anything that you need to hold on to so that the fire doesn't consume it? Your peace of mind, your safety, your daily routine. What else do you need to preserve so that way the fire of anger doesn't burn? What boundaries can you create around this anger? Maybe taking a few rocks from around you and placing it around the fire. These rocks offer stability, routine, patience. These can help us to buffer against anger. See yourself building a rock wall containing this campfire. And as you continue to build this campfire, this container around the flame, can you zoom out your awareness so that way you are looking down on yourself containing this fire? Zooming out further as if you were a bird in the sky, looking down at this small flickering flame. Can you zoom out even more to see the landscape, no longer able to see the fire, just the land that is around you. Zooming out even further to see the continent. Zooming out even further to see the planet. All of that anger that burned so brightly, now imperceivable. And then allow yourself to gently float back down into the body. Slowly zooming back in on this campfire. Allowing yourself to see the campfire from the sky. And then seeing yourself sitting next to this campfire. Until eventually it's you sitting by the fire, being warmed by the flame. We shall end this practice by repeating our practice affirmation. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. My anger is contained and burns appropriately. And then as you are ready, and only if you are ready, if you'd like to stay and rest for a little bit longer, you are welcome to. But when you are ready, begin to deepen the breath as you invite some movements into the fingers and the toes, gently reawakening the body. Maybe allowing the arms to stretch up over the head and extending through the legs, coming into a nice big overhead stretch. And possibly coming back to that felt sense, that sense of peace, that sense of ease. Then rolling over to one side and pushing yourself up into a comfortable seat. It has been an honor and a privilege to guide you through this practice. Thank you very much for your dedication to yourself and to the well-being of all beings. Thank you.